What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
No, I hit record. No, it's not because it'll.
Why?
Does...
I thought it ran live with the races.
It does not. So season 2 premiered April 26th last year. So it's probably gonna be the same time. It doesn't run live. You get one a week, but like as it gets closer to, because like at the beginning of the season for IndyCar, there's such a break in between races.
Yeah.
Like it does kind of almost catch up. Like it's the Indy 500, and then I think like 2 weeks later or a week later, it is the Indy 500 episode.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's almost like Hard Knocks when it gets closer, but at the beginning, like the first 2 episodes are going to be St. Pete, Thermal.
Right.
St. Pete, Thermal, and then it should be, what's it called? St. Pete, Thermal.
Laguna.
Long Beach.
Yes.
And then pretty soon after that, and then there's 1, 2. There's 2 in before Indy 500. So, yeah, it does end up catching up, so.
Okay.
It works.
Yes. All right. Well, on that note, hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. To episode number 102 of the Underground Circuit podcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to hang out with us tonight. This will be a shorter one tonight, and I know we said that before, and it turns out that they're not shorter ones, but this one will be a shorter one tonight. We're on the week before Triple Head, so we figured with the next 3 episodes the next 2 episodes gonna be, recap predictions, talking about that stuff. We'll keep this one a little bit shorter for everybody, because you're gonna hear.
And there hasn't really been that much news because we covered Yuki to Red Bull before it was officially announced last week. Because everyone knew it was coming. So
yes,
there's really not that much news as well.
True, but yes, just to kind of play off of that. Obviously, we did get the official confirmation. I believe that broke going into Friday.
No, someone
Thursday?
figured it out. Red Bull, it was Thursday. Someone figured it out. I don't know if it was Paddock Passion or someone else. Red Bull breaks their news on Thursdays. Like going back and looking at things, everything's always broken on a Thursday for Red Bull. So, and then this broke on Thursday. So
interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, like I said, just following up on that tidbit of information. Like I said, we talked about it a lot last week because it was a pretty poorly kept secret. But as always, if you guys are fans of the show, if you guys enjoy listening to the show, please make sure you go follow us on Instagram and Threads at Underground Circuit _. It's spelled exactly how the show title is. We made it easy for you guys. And then Twitter/X is UG Circuit Pod. And then we also have TikTok as well, which is Underground_Circuits. And please make sure you also leave a review wherever you listen to the show. Make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to the show, whether it's YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever it is. Really helps us grow and do more cool things for everybody. And we got some cool stuff in the works, and we want to do more. But getting past that, we would jump right into meme of the week. Casey, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'd go first. Let me just get it away. I only have one this week, so I can go first. So obviously, we are recording this on Tuesday, April 1st. It is April Fool's Day. You can't believe a lot of things to see on social media today.
Yes.
But I do want to. My meme of the week is steak livery that they were teasing.
Oh yes,
Japan. It's literally perfect. Honestly, I kind of wish it was real. I do kind of like it because it doesn't even look like it's steak. It looks like it's lightning bolts. Like from this angle, the side angle, I feel like it looks like a marbled, or it looks like a thunderstorm. It doesn't look like flat on steak. It's This one I feel like does like the front wing. Yeah, that's a steak. That is fully a
Yeah, oh yeah, you can
see the
tell.
fat
Yeah.
from this angle. It does look like a steak. But yeah, I was they started teasing it yesterday, like very, very little. They were like, I forget what exactly the first tweet said, but it was like a video.
It was pretty much just like,
This
we're
one, it
cooking.
says
Yeah, we've been cooking.
Yeah. And then straight from the farm, straight from the grill to the grid, and then yeah, the livery that they posted today. And people at first were like, "Wait, is this an April Fool's joke?" And I was like, "Yes, this is an April Fool's joke because one reason gave it away. We'll talk about the Red Bull livery in a few minutes, but Red Bull livery was reposted by every publication, by F1 as well.
Yeah.
Steaks was not. So clearly Steaks wasn't an April Fool's joke. But very good joke because I was then posted I was like, it's giving like Lady Gaga meat dress that she wore to the one award show years ago.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
holy shit.
I appreciate Steak because obviously that was such a joke when the name was first announced and how long the name was and stuff. So
I'll be honest, they got me.
I like it.
They got me. I saw that and I was like, okay. And I took it as the play on words with the team name, but as like a serious like this is a play on words, like we're Team Steak, we're then making a steak livery, like a Wagyu, like steak beef livery for Japan. And like in my head, I'm like, yeah, that tracks. That makes sense.
Well, when you think about like Japanese like street food, like they're known for some good food. I know it's
right.
It's a different culture, like Korean barbecue. So I was like, okay, it could. There's a way this could work.
It wouldn't be like it's not that much of a stretch. You know, like it's not that much of a stretch at all, which I think is why it lends itself to working a little bit. But yeah, I was a little bummed when I found out that was a
April Fool's
joke. I was very upset about it.
I didn't fall for that many April Fools. I think I fell for one or I don't know if I actually fell for any today.
That was really the only one that I saw today.
Well, I know people thought Red Bull's was because they released it on April
that was
Fools.
too like official.
It was it was too official.
Yeah,
and then they had an event earlier today, late at night in Japan with Yuki, and he was in front of the car. So like it was real, but
it is real.
Yeah. But that was my meme of the week. Happy April Fool's Day, everyone. Yours?
Yes, my meme of the week requires a little bit more explanation. I don't know. I feel like the easiest way to describe this. Our audio listeners are going to struggle for a little bit this week. If you've ever seen the Pooh Bear meme, where he's sitting in the couch and he looks like really upset, and then he's sitting in the couch and he looks happy, but he's wearing a suit. That's what my meme is, and it says the sad face is watching Japan quality to see who was on pole, and then the tuxedo smile face is watching Japan quality to see if Yuki makes it out of Q1, because I know that's what everybody is begging for this week. That if Yuki makes it out of Q1 this week,
it's a win.
It's a win. It's a win. The weekend's a win for Yuki at that point. Like, so I thought this made me chuckle just because of the meme, but it was yeah. I know for a fact this is what everybody is watching for, and even if like I'm gonna say this now, if Yuki makes it out of Q1 for qualifying, he's automatically driver of the day, race day. Regardless of how he does race day, he's driver of the day.
They did driver of quality, you would give it to Yuki.
Oh, absolutely. Immediately, yeah. But the fact that if he makes it out of Q1, he's immediately done better than Liam has in this Red Bull, and therefore is driver of the day.
No, I like it. But yes, that was our meme of the week. I can close Twitter now because they didn't post it on Instagram. They didn't post it on Threads today. Just
they didn't want people to take it too seriously.
No,
you post it on Threads, people are going to be like, "Whoa, what is this?"
Well, and it was only posted by like stake the brand, the big company, not the F1 team, like stake the brand.
Oh, the betting.
Like the streaming, like the betting, like that. That was where it was actually posted. But yeah, so you just hit your knee on the desk.
I did just slam my knee on the table.
Didn't hear it. You just your camera.
I hope camera wibble. Wow.
Wibble.
Wibble.
Wibble. That's a new one.
News.
Yes.
Weekly news.
As always, brought to you by IPF1Store.com. 10% off your entire purchase with the code UNDERGROUND10. Same spelling as the show now. We make it easy. The link is in our bio. The coolest things, he's come out with new track-specific pieces of art. He posted pictures today of them on like the mugs. I think I need to get one. I need to get a picture to hang up. Hopefully, if I can get a bigger apartment and have like a separate little room like you and have stuff up behind. Because I have that picture that my boss gave me of like the signed picture of Charles for Christmas, and I have other stuff I want to hang up. But IPF1 Store. It's Japan this week. They're racing in the land of the cherry blossoms. It's one of my favorite views. I would watch the entire race from that tree if I could be there. I would watch the entire race from that tree. And that's my favorite picture. And he drew it, and I bought it. I know I have it up now because when I put it back up after all the Christmas decorations. Oh, it's behind me on that shelf.
There on that shelf.
Yeah. So as always, 10% off your entire purchase. We highly recommend. But yes,
every time I go and look, we talk about it. Every time I go and look, and I'm just like, need to order stuff.
Before I get into weekly news, okay, I have such a side piece. It's such a side story. Have you seen the Seattle Kraken goaltender that loves Formula One and posts recap videos on social media?
No, what?
Yes, yes. He comes up on my TikTok, but I think he posts them on his Instagram as well. It's her first name is Joey, last name's Daccord, and he loves Formula One. They post little recap videos after each race. But yeah, and then now he's starting to give trivia to Shane Wright, his other teammate. But yeah, Seattle Kraken. I meant to tell you that earlier.
That's
I
awesome.
literally pulled it up. But yes.
What's his name again?
News. It's Joey Daccord, I want to say Daccord. I'm sure it's pronounced French or whatever. Yeah.
Seattle Kraken number 5. Yeah.
Huge F1 fan. But as that one looks that up, weekly news. We have one piece of IndyCar news after Thermal, and this was a penalty that came to Prema Racing, specifically Robert Schwartzman's car. Now, I didn't get to watch all practice, but apparently during first practice at Thermal, Robert Schwartzman's car caught fire, and he pulled over, stopped the car, jumped out immediately.
I saw this. Yeah.
Yeah, which obviously triggered a red flag, and I've said this before, and I feel like I pointed this out to you when we were in IndyCar. The safety team in NASCAR and IndyCar get on the scene so quickly. You blink and they're there. I feel like you especially notice it during oval races. You blink and they're literally on the scene right away. But they got the car back. Prema made the changes, the repairs overnight, and the damage was fine. But later on, it came that this is from Motorsport.com's article on this and why he got the penalty. Turns out the fire did not have to be as bad as it was. It said the IndyCar's investigation later found that the approved emergency pull cable, which controls the fire suppression system installed on every car, was out of compliance on the number 83 car and was failed to activate properly. The team, while it is established in Europe, is new to IndyCar, was using an unapproved product of the car. Officials concluded that this is a safety issue, specifically violating Rule 14.1.3, which says all parts provided by an approved supplier must be used as supplied without modifications unless otherwise approved by IndyCar and stated in these rules or in updated bulletins. So basically, at the end of the day, Prema was fined $10,000 and they were docked 10 championship points because the fire suppression system that they had in there was incorrect. So the fire was much bigger than it needed to be because I guess if they had the correct cord, it would have been very minimal. fire because it would have been put out much earlier. But yeah, that's why. I know I just read a lot of
The amount of fucking information that was just thrown at me.
Did you get that all? Now Pikes and Pit Stops on
My
the
God.
Pikes and Pit Stops on what exactly
The
I
amount?
just read.
Oh my God.
But
You
yeah,
can
that
see the
was
fucking
fun.
like Mac wheel loading thing just like going in my head. Okay, so all right, so they were using an unapproved fire safety cord, and they didn't.
Because
So
the IndyCar was like, fire shouldn't have. The fire was too, like, they were basically said the fire did not have to be as bad as it was. It's like the fire was huge, but I guess if they had the correct cord, it would have been much different or smaller. Because
did Schwartzman pull the cord?
I don't think he pulls it. It said it was failed to activate properly. So I'm thinking it never even.
What do you mean he doesn't pull it? He's in the car.
Well, it says.
And if they report a fire to him, the only person
it says
who can
compliance
is him.
on the number 83 car and failed to activate properly. So I don't know. There is a little video here, but I don't know if it's gonna say like why he didn't. But
Interesting. All right.
But yeah, so they fell from, or 83 fell from 22nd to 27th in the championship standings. So, and this says the team has no plans to appeal. Also, I do forgot this because Thermal feels like it was forever ago. It was only 2 weeks ago. But Colton Herta was also penalized earlier in the week because they failed to include 2 anti-intrusion plates on either side of the car. So he was also docked 10 championship points as well and fined $25,000. So, if you are a Ferrari fan and a Colton Herta fan after the disqualification and the penalty, because it was like boom and boom, it was a bad day for you.
Bad day. Bad day.
Bad day for you. But yeah, so that was our piece of IndyCar news. Owen just was trying to understand what I was saying for.
So many rules, and then you throw the rule number at me, and it's 14.1.3, and the only thing that I can think of in my mind is like, oh, that sounds like pie, and then I just got completely lost from there.
And then he's probably like, ooh, a dessert sounds good right now. Do we?
I did. My mind did get the ice cream.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew how, I figured.
Yeah.
Back to Formula One news. Earlier this week, this was actually just the other day, I think.
Yeah, it was recent.
Yesterday. It was yesterday.
Look at that.
Just the other day. Yesterday. Williams announced that they were signing Victor Martins to their driver academy, which is huge because he was a part of the Alpine driver academy and left there, but he's won F3. He's very proven race car driver. He's very good. So yeah, it is a big. He finished 7th in the F2 standings this past season, and he's still, like, that was last year. This season he's still driving with ART Grand Prix. So yeah, it's good move for him. So I'm excited
for him.
He's
one step closer.
Good. He deserves to like be able to be a reserve driver, hopefully get a seat one day. And I feel like if you can prove yourself within the, like, as a champion of F3, F2 or whatever, it's good for their resume. So
yeah,
I mean, we have Gabriel Bortoleto, who just climbed the ladder within 3 seasons to get the F1.
True, yeah. Did it so fast.
So fast. To the legs of, like, Oscar Piastri but Oscar was reserved for so long that he wasn't reserved for so long, but the year he was with Alpine, and then when the infamous tweet, I think he was only reserved. He was already out of F2. Because once you win F2, you can't go back.
Yes. Yeah, you think you're right.
But yeah, so good for you, Victor Martins. I'm gonna skip and then we can go back to the special liveries.
I like that. I like that choice.
Yeah. Also announced today, Alpine, speaking of Alpine reserve driver Ryo Hirakawa is going to be racing in FP1 this is the interesting part, in Jack Doohan's car during the Japanese Grand Prix. It is his home Grand Prix, so it's great to get him behind the wheel in front of a hometown crowd. But yes, so I just know there was a lot of questions as to why it's Jack that's losing out on practice time when he hasn't driven. I mean, F2 doesn't drive in Japan, I don't think, so he's never driven in on this track.
Oh boy.
And he's losing one session. Thank God it's not. I know they will never do it, but thank God it's not a sprint weekend. But happy for the hometown kid. That crowd will love it. That crowd loves the hometown people. So
yeah, I like that teams are buying into more of this idea of if we have somebody who is a hometown boy, get him in there.
That's why it sucked that China was a sprint weekend, because I feel like Ferrari would have let Joe drive FP1 for that same reason. But yeah, I mean, I think last year we had V-Carb that did it with right, because they were both Japanese drivers. It was Yuki.
Yes. Rio drove last year. Yeah.
No, but not for V-Carb. It was who's the V?
Was it for Aston Martin?
No, it was Iwasa. I always gonna get his name wrong. Yeah, he is V-Carb. He was in V-Carb last year. He's from Japan though.
Yes. Yeah.
Here, him. I'm sharing my screen.
So much for all of our listeners. Yeah. Iwasa. You're right. Iwasa.
Yeah, he drove in.
Yumu Iwasa. I'm definitely butchering the first name.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was him and Yuki. Yeah, here it is. He drove in Danny Rick's car last year.
Yeah,
in FP1 to make his debut. Yeah, because it was him and Yuki. So, I do like the same thing. I do like that they give these drivers a chance to drive in front of family and friends, hometown crowd. So
yeah,
I feel like continues to say that Alpine just has no what's it called, confidence in Jack doing, that they're just like, yeah, you're losing out on the track time, not Pierre Gasly, who has proven himself,
driven here before. Yeah,
multiple times. But yes, so that was weekly news. We're gonna stay right here because really after this, it's just predictions.
It's just predictions. We told people it was going to be a short one today.
Short episode, and we're sticking with that.
No, I could talk for hours.
We got some special liveries this weekend. Not just some special liveries. 2 of maybe the best liveries we've had in a really long time.
They are. My gosh, first of all, let's start with the one that came out first. Haas. Haas dropped this Sakura-themed livery, and it is beautiful. It's this beautiful,
so pretty
overlay of pink onto their car that's already predominantly white. So it just looks like the pink and the white just play off each other so well, and it's just such a beautiful
and they kept
looking
the
car.
accents of the red on there still. So it just works. It flows all together so nicely.
It works so well. And it's just it's gorgeous. There's
it's gorgeous.
To me, there's literally no other way to describe it. I mean, it just looks so well done. I think it's just such a cool, it's such a cool idea for a livery to do, and it's just I love it. I think it's going to
it's perfect.
Beautiful on track. I love that Japan is. I don't know if it's a weird thing that teams do this, or it's just history that people do this here. But I love that Japan is one of these tracks where we get the random special liveries and whatnot.
I feel because
I just love that you get the coolest designs here.
The teams really step up their game. I feel like when it comes to special stuff for Japan. I also feel because just the fans there are so damn cool and so creative. I mean, we're gonna see Japan is where you see all the cool hats. They're so passionate. They have the coolest outfits. So I just feel it's almost like they're giving back to the fans because they give so much with their creativity. But I mean, even the details, the Haas on the side of the car is the pink ombre. The numbers on top of their car are a different font. It is beautiful. The video that they released with it was so cool also.
I like that on the beginnings of the side pods, like right on top, right above like the intake vents, are like two huge pink flowers too, like just like an enlarged version of the flower. And it just like if you're looking, I'm looking at this like overhead shot of it, and it's like that's all you can see is those two like lead ones, and it looks so well done. It's just like it's gorgeous.
No, it's. I mean, if anyone knows me that's listening to this knows that I love the cherry blossom, so this is easily by far one of my favorite liveries ever.
Yeah, this is like top 5 favorite livery of all time.
Yeah. I wish they had special merch to go with it because I would buy it in 2 seconds. I would buy it. I was literally this close to buying Max's special merch for Japan because it's so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wish it's extremely, extremely well done. And now we haven't, obviously Media Day will be Wednesday evening for us, so I can see Ocon having a cool helmet to kind of match. We haven't gotten a special helmet yet from Ollie, but I could maybe he'll have one as well. But they're not as going as all out like Red Bull is with changing up the race suits and everything as well. It's just basically the livery, but it's still. I mean, we really only ever see special Haas liveries in Coda, but you know what? AO is also from Japan, so it's his home race.
That's true. That's a good point.
So, yeah, so it is technically a Haas home race, but yeah, it's Haas extremely, extremely well done.
It's
my favorite.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Moving on to the other insanely. Owen might geek out when we start talking about this one.
I think I'll say this. I know I just said top 5 livery for Haas there. I think this might be number 1. I think this might be my like all-time favorite livery.
This is going to be very hard to beat the entire rest of the season with any special liveries, and ever since we've started like fully watching the sport all the time, this is
the best livery I've seen since starting to watch the sport full time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
It's just it's obviously we're talking the Red Bull special livery, which is paying tribute to Honda. Obviously, they're coming to the end of their partnership this season. But it's inspired by the RA272, which I'm guessing is a Honda car. I didn't look it up, but or no, I think it's an old race car, is it not?
Because it is an old
yeah, they have it in one of the videos. It's in one of the videos. It's like the cool like old school race cars. Sorry, not
it gave Honda their first win back in 1965. So that's what it is. But I mean, this is just
it's perfection.
First of all, I've said this before. I love that it's predominantly white. And I love that it's not just like, not to take a shot at them, but like I love that it's not just like when Ferrari was like, we're going blue for Miami, and it was like one blue line. And it was just like, no, this is like Red Bull was like, hey, we're doing a white livery, and we did a white livery. I love the fact that all of it is white on the top. I love that the bull on the back is like a deeper.
It's like a chrome almost, it looks like.
Yes,
that's what it gives
it's
it a look
of. Deeper red. And then I love the fact that their numbers on the front have the red circle on it, so it looks like the Japanese flag. And it just looks so good. And it's just like...
And the front wing, can they keep that front wing with the Red Bull written like that? Because that's sick.
It looks so good. My God. It's just like... This, it looks to me like a spaceship. And... it's again like I don't know like really how to like articulate why I like it so much, but it's just like the fact that it's this white, like I said, the fact that the reds are that like bright deep metallic red, that's the word I'm trying to look for, metallic red. It just looks like it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Like this is like I want this in a model. Like I want a large model of this car. It is gorgeous.
I know that's why I sent you. Max's website is selling models of the cars.
I want it so bad. It
Even
is
like
so.
Lego, if you're listening, I would take the Lego car in this livery. I would take the white Red Bull in like that size. And obviously everyone knows we did not watch it this time, but they ran a special white livery in 2021 for the Turkish Grand Prix, and everyone loved it then.
Yeah.
So now they brought it back. Yeah, it's just perfect. There are jokes that there's 4 Racing Bull cars on track this week because the Racing Bulls, the V-Carb car is mainly white, but someone posted pictures of them, Midfield posted pictures of them together, and there's clearly differences, and I like this.
You'll be able to tell, yeah.
Yeah, because the V-Carb car has so many other different colors on the livery. This one is legit, because even the sponsor logos are black, so they don't stand out that much. So it is fully white and red.
It's so nice. And
yeah,
I just gotta say too, Yuki and Max's helmets both also being predominantly white, just like going forward with that cohesion, like specifically Max's, because Max's is like literally just all white and then like red highlights, and it looks. God, man, it is beautiful.
Well, and we got the full white race suit.
And the full white race suits. This might be my favorite livery race suit lineup combination.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them all together. Like, I'm excited to see all the pictures of them on track. Yeah, they gave us special race suit. They gave us special the team kits they'll be wearing this weekend. The hats has like a cool like Japanese like scenery on the side. It's a extremely well done livery, everything. They were teasing, the teases they kept giving too were so perfect leading up to it. That's why I was like, there's no way this is an April Fool's joke, because this is a very long drawn out joke.
Oh yeah, they knew what they were doing. They absolutely knew what they were doing with it.
And I posted yesterday, I said, we are 100% waking up to the Red Bull livery tomorrow. And I rolled over like early at one point and saw that it posted, so I posted on Threads, and then I went back to sleep, and then in the morning I was like, wait, I need a better look at this. I also happened to have up the F1 article on this livery that was posted today, and it does also say that Verstappen, Tsunoda, Lawson, and Isaac Hadjar are going to be getting behind the wheel of the Honda RA272 and the RB16B, which is the Verstappen won his first driver's title powered by Honda.
Look at that.
2 RB7s, a car that also earned double championships in 2011. So Red Bull's got a lot of. It's like the perfect way, I feel like, to go out with Honda.
No, this is a very good tribute to them, and this is a great. I mean, to really knock it out of the park with this in terms of design and everything is just. I mean, it's gorgeous, you know.
Well,
and it's
like it makes you wonder, because remember last year how they put they had those contests the past 2 years where you could design liveries, and then last year they're like, we need to worry about the weight, because the car wasn't performing well. The fact that they were like, no, we're doing this. We are doing this.
I genuinely cannot get over how good this looks.
No, it's so good.
It's beautiful.
Did you see the photographer that's on Instagram that Kimmy, Oman, is that how you say his last name?
Kai. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He posted when this was being leaking, because there was someone that leaked photos of the Red Bull car in the garage, and you saw the rear wing and it was white, so people were like, oh, it's white.
It's white.
it's coming.
Yeah.
He posted that apparently they also were debating maybe a pink livery, but that weighed too much.
A pink livery would look good, but this just looks so good.
No, because it's just the white livery. Everyone loved that white livery from the Turkish Grand Prix in 2021. It's also white and red, which is the colors of the Japanese flag. So it's literally perfect. Going out on a high with Honda like this, with also now a Japanese driver behind the wheel of this car. Yeah, it's adding up to be pretty good. To be a pretty good weekend.
It's gonna be so
yes,
nice.
we don't have any other special helmets or anything coming out yet, but I would Charles always sometimes has a special helmet for Japan just because of Jules Bianchi and what that means. But last year he had the one that was pretty much identical to Jules' helmet that season, which was cool.
Oh,
which
yes.
was really, really well done.
Yeah.
Because it was 10 years since the accident. But yeah, perfect. That livery is beautiful. I'm jealous of anyone seeing that livery in person. Anyone. Anyone seeing it. But yes, moving on to our last topic of the second to last topic. Predictions, and then we'll do more threads.
F1Threads.
Japan predictions. Obviously, normal race weekend, no sprint or anything. There is a chance of rain for Sunday. I will say that.
I did see that. Yes.
Right now, it's at 40%, so I feel like it's like hit or miss. It keeps going like up and down. So, but I still feel like it's too far out to fully be like.
Yeah, it's only Tuesday.
Yeah, and Australia was too like, yeah, it's gonna rain the entire day. It was 100% chance of rain.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, that's happening. But yes, so predictions 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna go.
I go Delulu.
I'm gonna go Delulu as well.
Oh, we're the same person on the podium.
yeah, we are. We might just go different places. I gotta go. I don't know. I don't know who I would like to see here. I don't know what I want to see.
We have to start with like, well, is it gonna maybe rain as well? Like,
I'm gonna go with no. It's not gonna rain.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go rapid fire here. Charles, Oscar, Yuki.
Oh my god, damn.
Yeah. I think it's
okay.
I know I just said I'm just gonna go rapid fire, so there wasn't really that much thought behind it. But Ferrari needs to wake up a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
So, and a Charles win, I think, would do that. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's where I'm leaving it.
We're kind of going to be similar. No one remembers Charles' masterclass in one stop in this race last year.
Oh,
that was literally talked about everyone.
Yeah.
Because Carlos ended up on the podium, but Charles is the one that had a one stop. Like, I think he stopped very early on and made it the entire.
I do remember that
finish of the race. Someone posted like a compilation of everyone talking about it after when Max made those comments to Carlos in the cool down room. Like Andrea Stella was saying it afterwards. Lando in his interview, because everyone was like, "How the hell did he do that in Japan?
How did he make that happen?"
Okay, so I'm gonna do. We're really gonna be similar, but I'm gonna throw someone else. So I'm gonna do Charles, Yuki, Kimi, and
you think Kimi's getting on the board?
This is giving me, because I'm thinking there is going to be a chance of rain, and if it's going to be, is it going to be a cooler day chance of rain? But we've now seen that Mercedes doesn't need that. They clearly were the second fastest car last weekend in China. So yeah, I'm going to do Charles, Yuki, Kimi. If I see YukiTsunoda on that podium, I'm going to be standing on my couch crying.
I think if YukiTsunoda, I'm trying to picture the reaction that the internet would have if YukiTsunoda ends on the podium, and I think it's gonna be a mixture of just pure elation and like pure excitement for Yuki, and then it might delve a little bit into like the not like the hateful, but like the screw you, Red Bull, we told you kind of
it's gonna be the I told you so kind of message. Yeah.
I could see it going that way, but I think the world is gonna freak out if YukiTsunoda ends on the podium. I think if Yuki ends on the podium too, I don't think we see Liam back in that Red Bull the entire season.
No. There was a nice Lawrence Brotto posted an article today that he interviewed Checo.
I saw this,
he's like saying he's not. He's already talked to people for next year and stuff. I do think he's coming. I do think we see him in Cadillac.
Yeah.
I think I said this to Tasia and Ellie. Cadillac would be stupid to throw away all that sponsorship money that Checo brings in.
As a new team in Formula One, that'd be huge to bring in somebody of Checo's, I would say, sponsorship caliber. Like,
price tag basically. Yeah, they would be that.
Yeah, that's a better way to put.
Then he did ask him about Liam, and he did ask him about Yuki. And Checo's always had like a soft spot for Yuki. He said before that last year when he got wind, he didn't want Yuki to get in the second seat because of how toxic it is.
Right.
Checo's like, I do want that second seat to do well because he's made friends over there on that side of the garage. I think his race engineer is Yuki's race engineer. But he said, he goes, I just feel like Yuki has the mentality to also do well in that seat.
That'd be nice. That would really be nice.
If Yuki makes it on the podium in front of Max, like if it's like Max is like P5, Yuki's P3.
That might be asking for too much there, but that is.
No, I know, but
I just know Red Bull would also love the story of we promoted Yuki before Japanese GP and he gets a podium.
He did this. You know why they also would love it, and this sounds awful? They need some good PR.
They do need some PR. Yeah, that would be good PR for them.
That would be... A lot of people would forget some of the things this past year already, so if that happened. Yes, maybe we're being Delulu. It is a Solulu, so we'll do that.
Well, both of our picks for the first two races of the season so far have been kind of calm and a little bit met. So...
Well, and last year went to Monaco weekend with full Delulu pick, and it came true.
True. You're right. You are correct.
It came true. And this is the third race of the season. I think last year Australia was the third race of the season. Ferrari won. So
there you go. It's a sign.
So Charles getting on the podium, doing it for Jules is just too. I would also be crying for that reason.
Yeah, that would be. Oh my god, it'd be such an emotional podium if you got Charles and Yuki on there.
You think like watching Charles tear up after Monaco winning when Jensen Button like asked him about his dad, they're gonna ask him about Jules in a heartbeat.
Oh, he's gonna lose it. Yeah.
I would. It's gonna be what, like 3 a.m. here? Yeah, I'll be tired, so I'll be able to cry.
Oh god.
The hat.
It's gonna be sleepy crying.
Yeah. Well, I have to go to bed because we got the bridal shower that Sunday, so that'll take one sip of wine for me to be drunk. But yes. Threads mailbag. A little bit of a different Threads mailbag. It's not questions, really.
I asked to hear it, though.
Yeah, I asked Threads today what I hear their predictions for this triple header. I said, does McLaren sweep? Does Ferrari bounce back? Does Yuki perform well in Red Bull? Like, just anything. I just gave some prompts. So, we got some responses. This is from Dimmy. For Ferrari fans, it's the first race of the year. How are you feeling? I said, I'm feeling great. It is the first race.
It is the first race, yeah.
It is the first race of the year. People keep bringing up Charles' post after the launch because he was like, can't wait for Bahrain, talking about preseason testing. People were like, can't wait for Bahrain. Season starts in Bahrain.
There you go.
And she also said, McLaren fans, we must continue to move in silence for the breaks. Don't like when we start to make noise. If we want to move in silence, I fear another 1-2 is coming. Sorry, I scrolled too far. Jesse said, I hope, manifest, and even pray that Yuki is pulling through this weekend. I want to see him do good. This one's more for this week, so definitely not expecting a miracle from Ferrari because of the rain, which I get. Chris said, I hope Yuki does well in the main team. I also think that McLaren may sweep the first 3 weekends. I don't even know if, I don't maybe see a 1-2 each weekend, but I do I could see a McLaren first, the first 3. This triple header.
Yeah, but I could see that too. I don't know. I'm not even thinking about McLaren for this weekend. I'm solely thinking about Yuki.
You're rooting for Yuki, yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody is a Yuki fan this weekend.
Yeah. Next is from Aaron. He said McLaren wins Suzuka, Ferrari wins in Bahrain, and McLaren wins again in Jeddah. And when they get back to Europe, the gap will tighten, which I kind of like that, and I could see that.
I kind of like that too.
Ferrari does this thing sometimes where they start super slow, and then when they get that first upgrade, I think there is maybe upgrades coming in Bahrain. When they get that first upgrade
already
for Ferrari, yeah, they might need it.
Damn. Well, it's not. I guess it's not really already. We're already 3 races into the season
of 24, but yeah, it does sound crazy. And then midfield said this is for Japan specifically. Dan said points for Jack Doohan, and then Patrick said win for Charles Leclerc. And I said I love both of these because Jack Doohan does deserve some points. So
he does, yeah, he could deserve because if he doesn't get points now, especially with the whole Liam Lawson thing kind of resolved, the eyes are going to turn to him now.
Yeah,
but
yeah, those were some of our F1 Threads predictions for the triple header. It's our first triple header of the season, so which is wild because after Jeddah, the next race is Miami.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
It's wild. When you think of it like that, it's gonna be here before you know it.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So those were our F1 Threads mailbag.
Yes. Like we said.
Anything?
Short one today, but
45 minutes still. 46.
Yeah, pretty good.
It works.
But no, I do not have anything else for the gang, for the crew.
Except go Yuki.
Except go Yuki. Yeah, like I said, I think everybody this weekend is just looking at Yuki, which is like scary for him, but also good for him. Like,
well, it's like China. Everyone was pulling for Isaac Hadjar because after Australia being so awful, everyone was like, please make it through.
Yeah.
And then he did.
But yeah, so go Yuki. I'm excited for it. I love Suzuka as a track in general, so I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, this is gonna sound weird. I like the longer, skinnier tracks. Like Japan, Montreal, Monaco, like they're like
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're all elongated, not like Vegas, Bahrain, like they're all
they're super wide. Yeah.
Yeah, they're super wide. But yes, thank you so much for joining us for episode 102 of Underground Circuit. We'll be back next week, obviously, with Japan recap, and then we will be giving predictions for both Bahrain and also IndyCar. Yeah,
IndyCar, I was gonna say, IndyCar.
For Long Beach. I totally lost my train of thought. But yes, as always, give us a follow over on Instagram and Threads at Underground Circuit _, over on Twitter X at UG Circuit Pod, TikTok Underground _Circuit. Like, comment, subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. Like I said, we'll be back next week. So thank you for listening and go Yuki.
Go Yuki. See you later, people.